Okay, today we're going to talk a little bit about modifications and warranty. Sometimes modifications will not affect a warranty, and sometimes modifications will affect a warranty. I'm going to try to give you an idea on an example of something that is a modification, which is a good modification. However, the modification needs a modification because it can cause a potential problem that will not be covered by warranty. So, let's get started. Okay, so here's a modification I did in my bushwhacker. I changed the shower head. Will that affect the warranty? No, not at all. But here's a modification I did that can cause a problem. This wooden floor mat in the wet bath. There are a lot of wet baths out there and a lot of people do this. I'm going to show you a problem with this that could possibly damage your shower pan, and it would not be covered by warranty. Okay, on these wooden floors that we buy for our wet baths, I'm going to try to explain this in a simple way, but the problem with these are these little rubber feet that they put on the bottoms of them. What happens is when you put this in a wet bath, especially on the Bushwhacker Plus models, the shower pan is basically a polyvinyl material. Underneath that there's styrofoam, and then underneath that there is a plywood platform that it sits on. What happens is you get the snowshoe effect. When you put these in, all the weight that is on this whole platform is on these little feet right here, and these things are only about a ½ inch where they make contact. So if you can imagine putting 200 pounds on this and only having 9 contact areas, it's a ½ inch. That is a lot of pressure to put on that plastic floor, and what can actually happen is it will look like somebody put a giant paper punch and just punched a hole in the plastic, and then it would start to leak. At this point it would not be covered by warranty. The reason that this happens is it's like I call it the snowshoe effect. If you go out in a foot of snow with your boots on and you try to walk through the snow, every time that you step down, your boot hits the top of the snow and it'll stop, and then as soon as you put weight on it, it goes down into the snow. If you put snowshoes on and you go out and you walk on top of walk on the snow, you actually will be held up by the snowshoe. And what this is from is an increase in the square inch or square footage of the contact area. So what we need to do is we need to modify the modification so that we don't damage the shower pan. And I'm going to show you how I fixed mine. Okay, so what I did is I took all of the feet off of it. I then ran the router around it and chamfered the edges so that they were round and not sharp to help protect my shower pan. And what this does is, instead of all the weight being on these 3 ½ inch diameter rubber feet, all the weight is now on the whole size of this board. It spreads it out more. That's how I fixed mine, because if you put a hole in a shower pan, it's going to be expensive, and it doesn't matter who the manufacturer is, they're going to say no, it is not covered under warranty. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.